And I'm like, you can hear the rocks groaning as the waves batter against them. You can see the spray thrown up from the churning sea. But what you can't do is look away. Not when that light pierces the crashing waves and cuts through the driving rain. It's a summons from another world. This is the last Lightkeeper of the Starfall beacon. And come 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll be reading from a very special story. In a remote, storm-lashed corner of the world, on an island of jagged cliffs and forgotten history, stands the Starfall beacon. For generations, Elara's family has been its keepers. But now, she is the last. The modern world has moved on, deeming the ancient lighthouse obsolete with the advent of satellite navigation. Yet, Elara remains, bound by a duty she feels in her bones, a duty to light the lantern. It isn't for the ships that sail these treacherous waters anymore, but for something far older and more mysterious. The beacon doesn't shine for the sea below, but for the sky above. Once a century, a celestial event known as the Starfall occurs. A rain of dying stars that, if not guided by the beacon's unique prismatic light, will crash into the world with catastrophic force. To everyone else, the event is a legend, a myth told around hearths to scare children into good behavior. But Elara knows better. She can feel it in her bones as well as see it in the night sky. A slow-growing pressure that means the end of everything is not. A week before the predicted time, a sleek black helicopter descends towards the island. From it steps Kaelen, government envoy. His movements are sharp and efficient, his answers clipped. He's here to formally decommission the lighthouse and evacuate the keeper. He presents his credentials and a thick envelope containing stacks of forms. The stubborn woman who refuses to budge from her ancestral home clings to some fanciful tale about shooting stars and does so with a smile that never reaches her eyes. The storm is building. Outside, the wind screams around the tower, rattling the windows and whipping the sea into a frenzy. There is a lull in the conversation as they both watch the waves crash against the shore, each one a hammer blow against the cliffs. Suddenly, there's a violent lurch, a deafening crack of thunder. The lights flicker and die, plunging the island into darkness. Elara instantly moves into action, rushing to the window. Yes! The beacon! A flash of lightning reveals the cause. A shutter has been torn from its moorings and hangs, broken from the tower. The wind shrieks around them, drowning out all other sounds. Another clap of thunder, closer this time, followed by the sound of shattering glass, then a grinding halt from the tower. The mechanism has stopped turning. It won't start again until the shutter is replaced. Kaelen, whose earlier skepticism had been laced with amusement, now looks grave. There is no way a replacement could be ready in time. So we wait, he thinks, waiting for the inevitable. But Elara doesn't wait. She disappears behind a door in the wall, reappearing moments later with a worn oilskin and a coil of rope securely fastened. She descends into the driving rain. Hope flickers. Is she going to fix it? Can she really do this? But the wind is a living thing, shrieking and clawing at her. It snatches the oilskin from her hands, sending her sprawling on the wet rocks. She struggles against the wind's will, somehow hauling herself back onto the path. It takes her several minutes to reach the foot of the tower, during which time the wind continues to scream its rage at the small figure battling to climb higher. Lightning illuminates the struggle, revealing how close she is to the edge of the cliff. One false move and it's over. She secures a handhold and looks up, searching for the next foothold. Kaelen watches, heart pounding. She finds it and pulls herself up. Now, just a few more handholds, and she'll be safe. A final heave, and she's on the platform at the foot of the tower. Relief floods through Colm. It's the most genuine emotion he's felt in years. Perhaps she can do this after all. But as Elara straightens up, the wind seems to grow momentarily silent, the air thickening, pressing down on them. A single word escapes her lips. It's here.
In the stillness, he hears the echo of her words. Here, the first star falls.
A brilliant streak of light tears across the black sky, leaving a smoldering white train in its wake. It's bigger than any meteor they've ever seen. It doesn't burn out. It shatters against an invisible barrier above the sea. A deep, Resonant boom echoes around them. Wrong. He feels it in his chest, a physical blow. Like the first touch of an ice-cold finger. It's not supposed to happen here. Not now, reluctantly. Kaelen extends a hand to Elara. Her fingers curl around his, surprisingly strong. Together, they make their way inside. There are charts and diagrams covering every available surface, along with rows upon rows of bound books. They search through the latter, finding what they need in a grimoire bound in human skin. The pages are filled with indecipherable script, but there are diagrams as well. A celestial map showing the cycle of the Starfall, a diagram of the beacon's inner workings. There's even a record of a failure 700 years ago. The crater on the neighboring island is proof of that grim tale. This is a forgotten science, once vital to the survival of the world, now dismissed as folklore. He looks at the determined set of Elara's jaw, the wild glint in her eyes, and realizes she knew he would find all this. She knew he would understand. The next shot comes when he discovers what little they have left to work with. A single replacement shutter made centuries ago by Elara's ancestors. Almost certainly not strong enough to withstand the strain. There's also a box containing an array of lenses, gears, prisms, and springs, along with a piece of paper listing their uses. What they need is the final component, a unique crystal lens that amplifies the tower's meager light into a powerful beam. It's stored at the top of the tower, an absurd height. Bracing himself against the wind, Kaelen helps Elara secure a rope ladder to the railing. Now they must climb. The ascent is agonizingly slow, the wind screaming around them, tugging at the ladder, testing their grip. Several times Kaelen thinks they're going to be blown away, lost to the sea. But slowly, painfully, they make progress. When they finally reach the top, drenched and exhausted, the sky is alive with streaks of light. The first volley has begun. Working together, they haul the crystal lens into place and brace themselves for the next step. Whatever happens next, Kaelen knows he'll die with his boots on, doing something he never believed possible. He offers Elara a tired smile. She returns it, her eyes shining with excitement. This is what she was born for. Then it begins, the ignition sequence. The mechanism whirs into life, emitting a pulse of energy that makes the hair on Kalen's arms stand on end. The beam erupts from the top of the tower, not a white shaft of light, but a shifting, kaleidoscopic spire that reaches into the heavens. A moment later, the first starfall is caught by the beam. It hesitates, then turns, its trajectory bending, guided. It falls safely into the sea, where it extinguishes with a hiss like a sigh of relief. More follow, each one a testament to the forgotten magic of the old world. Morning eventually breaks. The storm has passed. The sky is clear. The two figures standing side by side, watching the sunrise, look out over the calm sea, the lighthouse at their backs. Kaelen glances at Elara, his face etched with the memory of the night's events. The fanciful myth-obsessed woman he thought he was there to rescue is gone, replaced by a hero who saved not only herself, but the world. He tears up the evacuation order forms. Today, they are the last Lightkeepers of the Starfall beacon.